The Iceco vl60 is built for your adventures. Weighing in at 64 pounds, this unit is built tough. With heavy-duty metal construction, metal latches, and protected corners. It can run on AC 240 volt or DC 12 and 24 volt. All the hardware is metal with metal handles and metal hinges. The Iceco vl60 is a dual zone fridge with a simple screen allowing you to set it up exactly how you want it. Welcome back to Unwinding Roads. My name is Teddy and today we are here just at a local park to talk about the Iceco vl60. Iceco was kind enough to send me this unit and we're gonna go over what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and if it's the right unit for you. Iceco does have a bunch of different units. This is the one I picked. I'll tell you why. It may work for you, it may not work for you. I can tell you right off the bat, if you don't have a family of 4 or more, this fridge is probably going to be a bit big for you. They do have similar units that are a bit smaller. They're going to be more energy efficient and that sort of thing. For me, family of 4, we like to eat. This unit is perfect. So let's go over it. First of all, as mentioned before, it is a dual zone. So you can use one side as a fridge, one side as a freezer, which is how I'll be running it. Both side fridges, both side freezers. It does have 2 separate places without a divider that's removable. So this divider is not removable. It stays in there, but you can decide what you want to do with each side. Some other fridges has a divider where you can take it out, and then you can have one big fridge if you don't need the freezer. This one does not have that option. That's why you have the 2 lids. Also, the lids only open one way. I've seen fridges where the lids will open both ways. For me personally, that is a non-issue because this thing is going to be living in the back of my truck. I'll have the extrusion rack on this side. I'll be able to lift that up and I'll be able to get to my stuff. The height of it is also a non-issue. I was a little bit worried that it was going to be too tall and reaching in over the bed was going to be a problem. It actually sits right about bed height. Because I'm short and because the Jeep is lifted, I'm going to need a stool or something to be able to reach all the way in there. The nice thing about it is, let me show you. The basket comes out. So you won't have to constantly be digging in to get your stuff. The way I picture this is I'm gonna fill this up with my stuff, and when I get to camp, it's time to cook dinner, I'm actually just gonna take this right out, place it on the table, grab whatever I need, cook. When I'm done, it'll go right back in. When I'm not using the other side as a freezer, it's going to be for the drinks. It also has a tray. I can't reach, I told you I was short. This one has a smaller tray because you do have the compressor on this side. I currently am running it as a freezer. I got a little ice cream for Cynthia. Kit Kat's her favorite, so I'm gonna give that to her. But my drinks are gonna sit in here. And if it's not running as a freezer, I'm just gonna keep my drinks nice and cold. Again, the basket makes life easy. You just pick up the basket, bring it to wherever you need to go. Now, as mentioned before, this thing is extremely tough. It's made out of metal. These metal handles are extremely strong, which is good because I'm actually going to use the handles to tie this thing down to the back of my truck. It's going to live in the bed of my truck. It's going to live outdoors. The way it's built, I don't think there'll be any issues with that whatsoever. And it's just going to make life a heck of a lot easier. I was thinking about putting it on on some sort of rail system, but I actually opted against that as well because even if I slide it out, it's going to be a pain to reach in there. And I like to use my tailgate as a tailgate, so I don't want to be pushing it in and out. There's no chance I'd be able to reach the far side reaching over the tailgate, so I'm just going to keep it the way it is. It also comes with a cover for it, which I am going to put on it. We'll head back home and we'll go over putting the cover on, and I'll place it in my truck where it's going to live. I'll show you exactly how I'm going to do all of that. In the meantime, I'll show you the inside. As you can see, there's a ton of room in here to fit a whole bunch of stuff. At the beginning of the video, I showed you myself loading a 4-liter milk and all that stuff. I didn't actually bring any of that. That was just to show you how much stuff you can actually fit in here. Now it also has your AC 240 volt. It's got a fuse, and it's got your DC 12, 24 volt depending on your setup. I run it off of my Blue Yeti AC60, and it uses, I do have it in eco mode. It uses virtually no power. Right now we're getting about 46 watts the compressor is running. It's getting as high as 47, and that's only while the compressor is running. It's actually really well insulated, and the compressor barely runs. Mind you, this is a fall day. We're running right now about 8 degrees Celsius outside, to give you an idea. This fridge is known to be extremely efficient. So let's bring it home. I'll show you the cover. We'll get the cover on there, place it in the back of the truck, and you'll start seeing it on my adventures. Okay, let's get some ice cream. The cover looks like it's got to go underneath, so I'm gonna actually push it back and get this cover ready. So here's the cover. I'm liking this thing. I think it'll help protect it for sure. All right, this is the front side. This is the back side. Okay. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. I think that's that. Liking the way it fits. So I do think this is going to keep the fridge safe from the elements, rain or mud flying at it. Mud is going to be flying at it. Like I said, it's going to live back here. So I'm going to put it where it goes, and yeah, I think I might actually put a pool noodle here too, so it doesn't, maybe not. This case is super nice too. It's got plastic here so you can see the screen, and it's vented so that it can vent properly. And it's got big holes here for the handles. It also has this nice little pouch to put, you know, more things. Maybe the cord or something is gonna go in there. All right, let's move it back. So this unit, it does weigh 60 pounds. A bit heavy. There we go. I'm probably not going to keep it zipped up. I'm gonna leave it zipped for now, but I probably won't because it's gonna be hard to reach in here to unzip it every time I wanna get in. I'm probably just gonna throw the flap over top and Velcro it down. And then as far as plugging it in, Gladiators, some of them come with your AC plug down here. I don't have one, so I'm actually going to put a DC plug in here, and I'll be able to run my battery pack off of the alternator, and when the truck is off, it'll just run off of the battery pack. My Blue Yeti AC60, which is weatherproof. I'm going to show you this plug where I'm going to be putting the AC plug here. So make sure you subscribe if you want to continue seeing the overland build here that I'm doing. This little square will come out and I'll be able to put a 12-volt plug in there. This is here just because this is sort of how I'm going to have my setup. And I'm going to have some water over here. The battery pack is going to go down here. I'll probably have another one of these stacked on top. So I have one as my kitchen and one as my camp gear. And again, usually I'll have a rack. All this stuff will be underneath my rooftop tent. I took the rack off for hunting and I haven't put it back on yet, but it's gonna go back on ASAP. My extrusion rack, I love that thing. Let's see how difficult it is to get this bad boy open. Okay. This is the side I'll be getting into most of the time. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that great either though. I'll probably just leave it like this once I get to camp. And so overall impressions, as you know, it's built real strong. I think it's gonna last just fine in the back here. Family of 4, I wanna have ice cream at camp for the kids, for the wife, for me. Dual zone is a must. The size is pretty much as big as I'd want to go. They do have smaller options if you're a smaller family or just a couple or even soloing. So check out Iceco's other fridges, or if this one works for you, check this one out. They do usually have sales. Right now at the time of recording, they have Black Friday sales. It's up to 30% off on these units. On some units, I shouldn't say these units. I did check, this one was 20% off. There's a link down below for 12% off. Don't use that code. Do use the link to let them know that you came from here. It does help me out. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, go away, get lost, and unwind.